Hi, I'm Passmore, sports writer here at the Amarillo Globe-News, and I am admittedly an Oakland Raider fan.
Hi, my name is Treon. I'm a sports writer with the Amarillo Globe-News, and I am proudly a Denver Broncos fan.
I think there's a tendency on the part of a lot of people to apply a lot more substance to the Tim Tebow issue than there really is, as far as it's either being a really good NFL quarterback or not being a good NFL quarterback. It has to be said he's done something right to get the Broncos to this point in the playoffs, and but he does it in such a helter-skelter, sort of awkward way, which is not unusual. I've seen quarterbacks like Jim Plunkett and Billy Kilmer be very effective and not necessarily look that graceful at it. I don't know that we want to apply too much to Tim Tebow here as far as how good he's going to be. They're going to be going to New England this week, and there's going to be a lot more of a challenge for the Broncos to score a lot of points. And they could do it against the New England defense maybe, but can they outscore the Patriots is a big question. People are overlooking, too, at the Steelers game that they won 29-23 in overtime. The fact the Steelers were very, very banged up. I personally think a healthy Steeler team beats the Broncos by 2 touchdowns or so, at least 10 points or so. Anyway, Tebow did get a lot of help in that game. His offensive line gave him a whole lot of time to throw the ball. They have a pretty good running game. I just don't think we should build more out of him as an NFL quarterback than what he actually is. He is very much a raw work in progress. Now, if 2 years from now he's won a couple of Super Bowls, I'll definitely be proven wrong. But I don't think we should apply too much more on him than has already happened. Let's give it some time to develop and see what kind of substance is actually there. I'm a little skeptical myself. And I think he should thank the San Diego Chargers, too. That's who beat the Raiders in the last game of the regular season to allow the Broncos to back in, which is a fact, no matter what team you root for. Anyway, that's my piece about Tim Tebow.
To this point, it's hard to argue that Tim Tebow is not a good NFL quarterback. He has won a playoff game, which is a lot more than most of the quarterbacks starting in the NFL can say right now. He has won a lot of games this year, a lot more games than some other quarterbacks. And the biggest thing about Tim Tebow is that he has intangibles. I know that's a sports cliche that nobody ever wants to, define, but one thing you can define about Tim Tebow is he works hard. There are a lot of young quarterbacks out there who have more talent than Tim Tebow, but have half or less of his work ethic. Jamarcus Russell comes to mind when I think of that. The big thing about Tim Tebow is he's going to work. A lot of quarterbacks are going to be flash in the pans. They are going to fizzle out. Tim Tebow won't, because he works hard. I know that sounds cliche, and I know it sounds like I'm a homer for the Denver Broncos. However, I think that whenever it's all said and done here in about 5 years, you'll see that Tim Tebow, by virtue of just being a guy that likes to work on his craft, is going to end up being a very solid, if not very good, NFL quarterback.